Hey guys and girls, and welcome to this week's Shrine of Secrets from May the 1st up until May the 8th. So we have 2 survivor and 2 killer perks for you to purchase today as teachables, and then use them for your other characters, your other killers and your other survivors. So let's have a look what we got this week. First up is a perk called by the Legion called Iron Maiden. It'll cost you 2,700 shards. At tier 1 you open lockers 30% faster, and survivors who exit lockers suffers from the exposed status effect for 15 seconds. So if they come out of a locker near you, they'll be exposed where they can be 1 hit down for 15 seconds, and their location is revealed for 4 seconds. That is at tier 1. If you get Iron Maiden up to tier 3, the only difference is you open lockers 50% faster, and it's the same 15 seconds, and you'll be revealed for 4 seconds. So that is Iron Maiden at tier 3. And your first survivor perk of the day is a Laurie Strode perk called Object of Obsession. It will cost you 2,000 shards. If you are looking in the killer's direction, your link will reveal your auras to each other. This effect applies only if you are outside the killer's terror radius. As a killer's obsession, this effect applies to a maximum range of 56 meters. Otherwise, it applies to a maximum range of 44 meters. This increases your chances of being a killer's obsession, and a killer can only be obsessed with 1 survivor at a time. If you get Object of Obsession up to tier 3, the maximum range is 72 meters, and the minimum range is 64 meters at tier 3. So it is quite substantially further. You can use the perk further afield, unless you're really good at juking and getting away from killers. I wouldn't really recommend Object of Obsession, because every time you look at the killer, they'll see your aura glowing up. So unless you're really good at juking and getting away from the killer, it might not be a good idea. And your second survivor perk of the week is a Nia Carlson perk called Streetwise. It will cost you 2,000 shards. Reduce the consumption rate of item charge by 10% for you and allies within an 8 meter range. Once out of range, this effect persists for 15 seconds. So anything you are carrying, medkits, torches, repair kits, etc., it will be a slower consumption rate of 10%. If you get Streetwise up to tier 3, it's actually 15% better consumption rate. So items will last longer, and it's the same 8 meters and 15 seconds. So the only difference between tier 1 and tier 3, it goes from 10% up to 15%. And last but not least is a perk I've started using on some of my killers called Surveillance. It is a pig perk. It will cost you 2,000 shards. Any regression generator will be highlighted by a white aura. So if you kick a generator after someone's working on it, it will go white. And if the regression is interrupted, it will be highlighted by a yellow aura for 8 seconds. Also, there's a little bonus. Noises created by generator repairs are audible at an additional 8 meters. So you will hear the generators being repaired 8 meters further away. Could be a good perk. I do use it. If you've seen any of my killer videos, you will see I do use it on certain killers. It's quite useful to kick a gen, and you can keep an eye on it from across the map. If it goes yellow, and you know there are survivors working on it. At tier 3, it's actually 16 seconds it will go yellow from, so it's quite an upgrade between tier 1 and tier 3. So you'll have 16 seconds to notice that the generator's gone from white to yellow, and you can rush over and get the survivor or the survivors off the gen. So that is Surveillance. So quick recap: killers, it is Iron Maiden and Surveillance, and for survivors, Object of Obsession and Streetwise. For the killers, I would go Surveillance all day. Iron Maiden's not really that useful. You could be lucky, I suppose, get someone coming out, but Surveillance is a good all-round killer perk in my humble opinion. And for the survivors, I wouldn't really recommend either. Object of Obsession can get you killed quickly. Streetwise 15% at tier 3, it's minimal reduction in consumption rate, not really worth it. So I would say an average week from May the 1st to the 8th. Not the greatest, but if you are killers, you could even pick up both. But yeah, Surveillance is a very underrated perk. It's been patched and buffed slightly a couple of months ago. It used to be probably the worst killer perk in the game. It's now quite useful. So there we have it, guys. There's the Shrine of Secrets from May the 1st up until May the 8th. And I'll see you on the next video. Hope you found some useful information, and this is iChaotic bidding you farewell. See you later, guys and girls.